A very good morning, it's Fabio and welcome back to another daily market outlook, guys. And as you can see, the background is a bit different today because we just moved into the new office. Yes, there is going to be a full vlog and tour of the new office, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's dive into today's market outlook. And next to the fact that we're going to be doing the major dollar pairs and of course gold, also an analysis here on Bitcoin. So are we ready to hit $100,000? Well, let's dive in. So Bitcoin itself here on the daily time frame, what do we see? Well, overall, the market structure is extremely bullish in towards the upside. So what do I tend to do when the market is this bullish and you don't really see these sizable pullbacks in towards the downside? Because obviously, if you were to wait for those 618 fib retracements every single time, you can see that more often than not, you will be missing out on a lot of profit. So what I tend to do is I tend to focus on the overall fractal structure. So regarding Bitcoin itself here on the daily, we can very clearly see that we had an impulse up, then we had a major correction and then another impulse up. So what I'm now looking at here is again simply what is the daily fractal structure telling me. So what I can see here is that this currently is my daily fractal low and this at this point in time is my daily fractal high. The market retraced beautifully into discount and into our lower areas of demand / imbalance. From there we saw the market push up higher. Now at this point in time, what's happened is that we're creating these descending highs, which is building up liquidity above the highs. So I am looking to target that liquidity very soon and see the next leg up here on BTC. Going into the 4-hour time frame, that is next. We also want to be focusing on the fractal structure. So what can we see here? First of all, on swing structure. So swing structure overall here on the 4-hour has also made a valid retracement. This is my low over here. This is my high over here. Or you could also consider this your swing low. It doesn't really matter. Overall, what's much more important is the overall structure and what liquidity is telling us. So what we could see is that we saw a short-term downtrend in towards the lows. We had a fractal break down, another fractal break down. Then we had a fractal break up, another fractal break up. And at this point in time, we had a strong area of demand over here. And I expected actually to hold that demand zone and see a next push into 100,000. However, what has happened this morning is that we've broken the low. And this has to do with the monthly open candle. So every single time a month opens, you always see a lower wick created, right? This is good and it's just a sign of a valid retracement before the next leg up. So you always want to see a nice wick on that bullish candle, which is just perfectly healthy and fine. That's why at the beginning of the month, you often see a dump down before the next leg up. So what I'm now looking at is, okay, maybe we're going to see a short-term dump, and where are we going to see that dump into? Well, at this point in time, I have a fresh 4-hour demand zone situated over here. And we have equal lows. So what I'm now looking to see is, can we maybe take out the equal lows? Can we tap in towards this demand zone and then see another 4-hour fractal break, on which I'll then be looking to go long again on Bitcoin. So that's a quick breakdown for you. Now let's dive into our normal pairs, which of course are EURUSD first of all, because EURUSD has also been pushing down just like Bitcoin. And what we can see here on EURUSD is that we're currently positioned inside daily supply. So we have the buy up, we have the sell down, and this is your fractal high, this is your fractal low. So overall, fractal high here on the daily time frame is respected, so we're definitely still expecting further downside. Furthermore, coming into this supply zone, you can see that we got a fractal break in towards the downside. Therefore, this is now a valid area of daily fractal supply. So what I'm now looking for is a further downside push here on EURUSD. We have this area of supply and then stacked with this area of supply. Going in towards the 4-hour time frame, you can also see how beautiful the market has been playing out, because remember what we mentioned last week, we had here a liquidation of the initial high that was formed. Now, if you watch my shorts, you will very well know that this is the optimal place of entry to look for a potential short. Overall, the swing structure is bearish from this high in towards this low. We see a valid retracement in towards the highs. Now, when are we then going to be looking for a short? Well, we look at a short when we see bearish confirmation. So what is the bearish confirmation? Well, obviously, everybody's going to be shorting here on the initial reaction to your area of supply. You place your stop loss above the highs and then you get stopped out. So what you want to do is you want to wait for those early sellers to get tapped out as they have been over here. Then we see the impulse down. And now we have formed a fresh area of supply after this 4-hour fractal low break. So at this point in time, this is your area of interest, this buy up before the sell down. And I'm now looking to see if we can get a nice retracement and then another short down lower. Going towards the 1-hour time frame, you can also very clearly see that the overall market structure is bearish. what I'm looking at is this area of supply now as well. And I see a potential drop here on EURUSD from either this supply zone or this supply zone over here. We could either use this as liquidity over here, or what I see EURUSD doing is just building up liquidity here, tapping in towards supply, and then we look for the sell-off once again. So 2 shorting opportunities, and I have my eyes open for that and only that. Going into the dollar index, we can here see the daily time frame has been retracing and pushing up higher. Now, what I don't like about the dollar, for anybody who is interested in further downside, is the fact that we've already seen a daily fractal break once again. So remember what I mentioned last week. If you do watch the videos, you can remember that this area of supply was expected to push the market down lower. However, it failed to do so, as we've already taken out the fractal high. So the fractal high is just simply the high of the candlestick itself. So then if you go into the 4-hour time frame, you can very clearly see that we have had a market structure shift. So you get the push down, pull back, push down, and then you expect the market to continue down lower. But now what has happened is that it's broken market structure again. So now it would make sense for the market to continue up higher. Yes, there is potential for one more dump down. We have this sell for the buy, and then you have this, for example, as a liquidity low. So there is still potential for a dump down, or this could just be a liquidity grab. But if we do see like a strong 4-hour candle close above that high, that would for me confirm that bulls are still in control. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that for now. That is pretty much what I'm looking at. For the rest, not really interested in anything else except for dollar bulls for now. Going into AUDUSD next, AUDUSD has been moving extremely choppy. Overall, guys, the only thing that you need to understand is what is the overall immediate structure doing. This is a swing high, this is a swing low. Overall market structure is bearish. Now, AUDUSD has been consolidating here on the 4-hour and the daily time frame, especially on the 4-hour. It is extremely rangy, guys. You can see it's just really stuck. So I'm not focused too much on it. But what I do like about it is the fact that we have a 4-hour supply zone over here. So this is your 4-hour supply zone. And now what we've seen since this morning is a bearish fractal break. And what do I mean again by a bearish fractal break? Well, we have broken fractal structure. Therefore, we classify this as our supply zone. And as you can see, we tap into that supply zone and start selling off again. So I'm definitely more interested in shorts than longs on AU. But for now, the price action is very choppy. We do have a lot of ascending lows here under which lies liquidity. At least that's what we expect. So I'll be looking for further downside, but we just need a little bit more momentum to come into the market like on EURUSD, because this for now, as you can see, doesn't look very clean. Going into GBPUSD, we can see that GU has been continuing its bullish structure overall. If you again watched the video last week, you'll understand what I was referring to with that, because what we can see is that we broke daily fractal structure here. So as opposed to EU, which is now dumping, GU has broken this supply zone on the daily time frame. So what does that mean? It means that this is currently your daily imbalance that is in control and took and broke this high over here. This is also your fractal low, therefore interested in further upside from this demand zone. Then go in towards the 4-hour time frame, and what you'll see again is that the market pulled back, pushed up, pulled back into what? Into the sell for the buy. Grab demand, and then it pushed up again. So for now, this is your fractal high, this is your fractal low, and yeah, for me it only makes sense to look for longs on GU until we break that fractal low again, and then that is the moment that I'm going to be interested in shorts, as there will also be a daily fractal low break as well. So for now, skipping out on any shorts for GU, mainly focusing on shorts for both AU and EU. Going into NZDUSD, we can see that NZDUSD has also maintained its bullish structure. Overall, this is your fractal high, and this is now your fractal low. This is therefore your demand zone, and as you can see, we're getting some bullish pressure inside of that demand zone. You could refine it to the last sell before the buy candle over here. That's currently what's causing the market to push up higher. So let's keep an eye on NU for further upside. Not interested in shorts just yet until, very similar to GBPUSD, we break the fractal low once again. But again, for me, the main focus lies on trading EU and AU and not necessarily on NU and GU for now, as these structures are a little bit more messy, and I only really want to start shorting NU potentially if we break this daily fractal low again. So it needs some time, in my opinion. Last of all, we have gold, of course. So gold here on the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is that we have made a substantial retracement back in towards the lows. We grabbed some liquidity underneath this low over here. For now, I'm staying out of gold. What happened is that I don't really like the daily time frame, to be honest, but what happened here on the 4-hour is that we had this supply zone over here. We had ascending lows, and now we have broken the fractal low. So this is now your supply zone that is in control. So I'm only interested in some further downside for now on gold, unless we can break above this high again. And with this high, let me just clean up the chart for you guys. I am referring to this high over here, because for now, this supply zone is in control. So it makes sense for the market to push down lower from that supply zone, right? As we also have still got these ascending lows open, and we have now got a supply chain pretty much in motion where we're reacting to the buy before the sells, right? So buy up, sell down, react, buy up, sell down, and now you expect again a reaction to grab liquidity and then maybe once again start pushing up higher again. So that's what I'm looking for today, guys. Thanks so much. EU and AU are the main ones on watch, and I'll update you guys inside Discord. Thanks for watching.